Come with me and my poorly spelt coffee cup while I go to the SWPP 2022 edition. I'm going to be very honest and offer my opinion on it and see if it's worthwhile for you. But yeah, remember we're adults and it's just opinions.
Ding dong. This is from Print Foundry and I really like this concept. It's like an urn. Look at that, isn't that nice? It's very clean, modern. This is my favourite stand, I have to admit. Meet Baron. I've known him since I was 21. Say hi. There's some lovely glare here because it's really sunny. We're eating food at this little cafe, but we've just been to the first initial walk around the SWPP convention. Baron, what do you think of it? I'm going to put this on YouTube. You've got to be careful what you say. What do you honestly think?
Oh, I think it needs to be bigger. There needs to be some fresh ideas. I'm sorry, but that's...
Can I quote you as saying this?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. I am fresh back, kind of, it's a couple of hours later from the photo show. Forgive me, I'm in the office and I'm really tired. And this isn't, I didn't want this to be a critical review, but I feel like having seen what I've seen online and other people and what they've said, I think it needs to be said. I think it does. And you can see Baron has said his own thing and he's, as you said, he's quite happy for me to put it on camera. I know that we are out of the C19 panorama sort of stage and people are still cautious, but I felt that this just wasn't enough for me. I know I have quite high standards and and Baron gave a nice sort of insight to me because obviously I have my own and Baron has his own, and I spoke to other people who were attending and I said, how are you finding it? And they were all sort of similar. Yeah, there were some people who say they loved it, but I felt it was lacking a lot. There wasn't any energy for me. There wasn't any spark. Now, I know in recent times we've had that at, and other shows we've had it and we are just out of the pandemic, but I thought like they'd be chomping at the bit to get out there. I know there was some talk where they've had some structural changes within the society's SWPP and I know they've updated their website and all this, but it still felt a little meh. There was like problems at the one of the main stages. There was loads of feedback on the mic, little things like this. And considering this was the only sort of public stage, there was obviously the super classes, whatever they were called elsewhere. This felt clunky in places. And what I found was that it wasn't as energized. There wasn't as much going on that I wanted. There wasn't anything fresh. It just didn't feel like enough. And I'm not trying to be horrible to them because I think constructive criticism is a great thing. And there was one fantastic stand, which was the hand-painted backdrops, which I thought were just beautiful. And he was so lovely to talk to. There was a Tiana, Jarrett Williams, I think that was her name. If I've got it wrong, I apologise, was just phenomenal with hers on maternity. Very different type of maternity I've seen. It was very much driven by the client as opposed to this sort of like ultra fine art look. It seems to be quite the thing at the SWPP. As I was walking around the winners sort of pictures that were on display, both myself, Baron and a few other people noted that there was definitely a certain editing style that seemed to place quite highly, consecutively and consistently within the competitions. I know this has been brought up numerous times in the groups where people say there's this fine art editing and often there wasn't much leeway for others coming in, and I get that's a preference for some of the judges and I don't want to be harsh on that, but it when you see all the images together it's hard to sort of go, oh, they've moved on a little bit. There was some amazing one. There was one about dog ears that I absolutely thought was superb, and Emma Joanne's stuff was brilliant as always. I just felt it's really hard to sort of, I don't feel like my footing's there, like because the SWPP represents photographers as spite of wedding and portrait photographers, I know that, but it felt like it was a lot of wedding stuff that was pushed forward, and there wasn't enough innovative work available. Like I felt like there wasn't enough to push me. Like Roselight had their thing going on, but it was like tucked away in a little corner, and they had a little sign, the girl with graphic makeup, and that's all they were doing, and you kind of walked past, but there wasn't a spectacle made of it. I know they were limited on space. It was just a lot. I feel like it needs a little bit more. It needs a bit more pushing, a little bit more wow, a little bit more energy. And I know I think I went on the last day, which is Saturday, and people were probably tired, but I wanted more. I want more. Like if you're paying for a membership and you claim to be this huge society, I want it to say that to me. When I walked in, it just felt like a parents' evening almost. It was like, it was nice, it was cute, but it was tame, and I didn't feel energized. And as Barry said, he didn't feel inspired. And I'm not wanting to be horrible about, what was going on, but considering we are fresh out from, we've had a break and we've had time and we are fresh, the doors are open, they were fresh out of no restrictions, if you like. It didn't feel like that. It felt almost like we still held back. I didn't travel far. I travelled an hour out, but when you go on the forums and the pages and the groups, you see people really excited, and I wonder what it is that I was missing that they will see. So by all means, please tell me and put it in the comments below. I definitely want to know what you think. Baron and I had good banter. I would say £10 cocktails winner. Baron, did you like it second time round?
In a word, no.
Okay. Any reason?
It's just not inspiring. You know, I come to these things, I just like that, to find that one little thing that would be inspiring, that would say, oh, there's a different direction to go. There's just nothing there. It's things I saw at the last convention and the convention before that.
So we're at the bar. I felt really sorry, for example, for the guy who was teaching about the 4 portraits in 60 seconds and his modifier fell off. I think he was getting a little frustrated because he had feedback problems and then the modifier fell off. And, you know, it was just kind of, and this was the one thing, it was tucked in the back and it just didn't lend itself to being a good presenting stage and that's purely just based on the size of the room. But it was, you know, it was the main sort of horseshoe shape of people to walk around. So, people are always hustling and bustling. And there's so much potential in this roadshow, this trade show, so much potential. But as a trade show, when you compare it to other trade shows I attended, this one isn't pulling it for me. I think, I know they're smaller, but I just think if you are in London and you've got this beautiful hotel and you are pushing all this stuff, I want it to look like that. I want it to have pizzazz. I want to have bit more oomph with the choices for speakers. I want them to be maybe someone, like Baron says, someone new, something creative, something innovative to come forward. Given what's happened in the recent times, they've had time to prepare. I know they've had a structural change, so it's kind of hard because I originally left the SWPP and then came back because the discount I got was more than the membership. But it's not cutting it for me at the moment. I'm hoping it will do better. But I spoke to so many people, they're feeling the same way. And I think if you want to, given that there are so many people now offering a society membership, a guild membership, all this, there's so many of them, to stay competitive, it needs to step up, which is really sad to say. It needs to step up, even just down to, like, you walk around the societies, I couldn't, like, bar the little stand at the front, I didn't see their logos anywhere or the big marketing or, I didn't see that. Like, I want, like, proud members of the SWPP, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think. Remember to be constructive. And I realise I went on the last day. I'm not trying to be horrible. It's just my own personal opinions. So don't come at me. They are my own opinions and also Baron's. So comment below what you felt and what you think could change and what you would like to see there. And I am going to go to the next one and I hope it improves. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment and share. And I'll see you all in the next video.